Sing that shit. Shit.
So hello everyone, hope you are doing fine. As you know that we are conducting a mock interview session with our friends, and as you have seen in our previous video that Premjeet Sarkar, who is joined by us tonight as a candidate, he took my interview and now it's his chance to be the candidate and I'll be the interviewer. So Premjeet, how are you?
I'm totally fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm also totally fine, Premjit. So I actually thought that let's make this interview a little interesting. So I would be asking you certain questions that are very rare and are not frequently asked in an interview. So are you ready for it?
Okay, sure. No problem, sir. You can carry
Okay,
on.
okay. So Premjit, the first question that I want to ask you is that during this lockdown period when all people are in their homes and doing virtual things, like everything is virtual only, we are not able to go to college, we're not able to go to school and all this stuffs, we are not able to be present ourselves in a physical manner. So I want to ask you, is that the present education system that is going on in a virtual platform, what do you think about it? Do you think that this is going in a right direction or do you want to suggest any changes? What are your views on this?
Thank you, sir, for asking this question. This is the most interesting question, and I would like to answer onto this question. First of all, yes, we are facing a hard time, but there's no option, right? We can't do anything. We have just an option to do the classes on a virtual mode because education can't stop. Learning is always need to be constant. So from my point of view, yes, virtual education system has conducted to our India, and teachers are new to it. Some teachers are facing lots of problem, but I want to tell to everyone, whoever is any of the teachers is listening, is that they need to upgrade the way they educate, because thing is like that, we have no board like that. They can also take some small digital board wherein they can teach students perfectly in a proper way, wherein students can also get to communicate well. And teachers are also facing lots of problems. Teachers are also facing to adopt this new technology. Students are also facing lots of problems. So the flexibility between teachers and students must need to be there. Teachers also need to be flexible. A student also need to be flexible. If teachers are facing problems, students need to understand. If students are facing problem, teachers need to understand. So I want to tell everyone is that yes, we know that we are facing a hard time. There's no option. There's no option. We need to adopt this, but teachers, everyone need to be flexible, and we can need to upgrade the system they teach, and we also need to upgrade ourselves. In this way, we can grow. That's what I want to add, sir.
And if I ask personally about you, what personally are you facing this problem? If I just ask about you, what are your views?
My views is that if anyone is studying in any of the private colleges, so they are facing a huge amount of fees. So also they need some good quality education. If they don't get the quality education, then it becomes quite impossible for them to pay. There's no reason to pay such amount of huge fees. So colleges need to understand few things, and colleges need to give teachers some options and some updated versions of things, like they need to give the small digital board, just I have said before, that they also need to give chances to the teachers, and they also need to teach the teachers that yes, you teach students by this, then the students can also need to connect with you in a good way. So that's what I want to add.
All right, very much. Thank you, Premjit. I would like to ask you a second question. That is, in this lockdown period, in this period when all the people are in their homes, they're locked up. So, what are the new things that you have learned from yourself? What are the new initiative that you have done?
See, thank you so for asking this question. This is really interesting question. I want to answer this. I want to start this answer with a quote: is that don't put all your eggs in a one basket. This lockdown has teaches us that. So we should not put all eggs in one basket. If you put all the eggs in one basket, if that basket gonna take by someone, then it become quite impossible for us to survive. So as I've learned that yes, we need to have a second income source. So I've learned, I have joined some courses in the stock market. I've learned lots about stock market, and I'm new to it. Yes, I've took near about 1.5 years to learn, but I have learned a lot of things, and also there is also need few things to learn. So in this lockdown, I have learned three things. First, I've done a digital marketing course from Google Unlock. Wherein I also got certified from that, from there. Then I also learned stock market, few courses I have from basic to advanced. Then I also learned Google ads, how to do the Google ads, how to make ads. That's what I have learned, and it's really get me lots of knowledge. And I like to congratulate you, sir, please, for asking this question. That this is a really interesting question. Thank you, sir.
Well, even your answers are fantastic. I loved your answer that you have been learning so many new things during this pandemic situation. Premjeet, I would like to ask you one theoretical question from front office department. Okay, it's a very simple question. The question that I'm going to ask you is that please define me the structure of guest cycle in a very short period. Just in a very short line, please describe me what is guest cycle and how it works in a very brief manner only. You don't have to go in detail. Just explain me in a short manner.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for asking this question. First of all, the guests need to call the hotels for their booking. Then after the booking, when they actually come to the hotel, then they need to register. Then the registration process is done. Then after the registration, guest is assigned to a room. After the assigning room, guest has lived for 2 or 3 days on that room, and they start to and they used to go from the hotel. And then comes the paying process, where you pay for your stay. And at the end, there's a feedback which hotel takes from the guest. And this is what I know, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Premjit. You answered it very well. Well, I would like to give you one jam topic now. Okay. So the topic of jam is that we all have learned in our hotel management that English is a very important subject. So what are your views on this? Please elaborate.
Yes. See, every languages are great. People know every languages, but what happened is that in our today's culture, English is a universal language. So we need to learn English well, because if anyone learn English and they can survive in any of the countries, like if they wanted to go to USA, then it become quite easy for them to walk over there to experience the culture. And it's really interesting, because English is a subject. When you don't know, see, what happens is that when we start learning English, we need to think in our own mother tongue, and then like to translate the sentence into an English. So in this way we can't convey what we want to say. So English is like that. We need to learn first. We need to read. We need to study books, where we need to just read off, and we need to talk, because you can't learn English by just reading. You need to, if you want to learn swimming, you need to swim. So for this, you need to talk to someone. You need to do the GD sessions with your friends. We need to do also, just like us, interview sessions with your friends. In this way, you can learn English. You need to practice English. Yes, I wanted to tell something is that English is very important to survive in any of the industry. If you know English, then it become quite easy for you to grow and to get success in life. That's what we're going to answer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Premjit. I'm really impressed from your answer. All right, Premjit, I would like to ask you is that if I select you in my company, what are the qualities that makes you different from the other people?
So if you select me, then you are selecting a person who can recheck the data before after data is going to the team. If you select me, then I am gonna be the person who can communicate well with the customers, and it become easy for the company to grow. If you select me, sir, then I can maintain the work culture, if work culture among the employees who are working. If you select me, sir, then I'm gonna give my 100% to the work which has been assigned to me. That's why you need to select me, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Premjeet. I really loved your answer. There's just one last question that I would like to ask you is that I can see in your CV that you are from Siliguri, right? You are from Siliguri and our property is in Kolkata. So why didn't you select any property from Siliguri itself? It would have been near for you. You are coming to Kolkata. So what are your plans for this? Like how are you going to come to Kolkata every day or you're going to reside over here? So what are your plans for this?
Okay, sir. First of all, I am currently pursuing BA in International Hospitality and Hotel Administration from Guru Nanak Institute of Hotel Management, which is situated in Shodhpur. So, first of all, I like to thank you for asking this question, sir, because Siliguri, what happened is that in Siliguri, there are not a branded property. Yes, Marriott by Courtyard has recently started, but guest, you can see that, yes, it's a gateway of Northeastern India, but very few amount of guests could stay on five-star hotel in Siliguri. So, I can learn things, but if I go to the big properties, if I go to some metropolitan cities wherein I work in some of the big five-star hotels, then on that hotel I can learn more and it gonna be good for me to learn. And if I selected in your hotel, then I obviously used to stay in the nearer any mess or any hostel in front of your hotel, and in this way I gonna do that job.
All right, Premjit, I loved your answer. It actually makes me ask you one last question, one more. Please don't mind if I ask you another question.
No
That is,
problem, sir.
if you join a property and if I give you a transfer to say another state, for example, if I'm transferring you to Kerala or Chennai, would you be flexible to accept the transfer and go over there?
Absolutely, sir. Because it's a industry of exploring. I need to explore things more. If you transfer me in other states, in other cities, then it's easy for me to upgrade myself. It's easy for me to get more knowledgeable, and I'm happy to accept if company wants to transfer me in any of the other cities, in any of the cities like Chennai or Kerala. I would happy to go, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Premjit, for your time. Your interview was really great. So we can now move on to the feedback session, I guess.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
So, starting with the feedback session, Premjit, I loved your interview because this is something that I would like to say honestly. Your interview was really fantastic. There is no sign of error that I found on you. Like everything, whatever questions I asked you, you gave it really point to point. You were not really elaborating it much. How much was required? You just told that only. But yes, there's just one thing that I would like to point out is that there were some grammatical mistakes. Like whenever you were speaking, there were some grammatical mistakes which I found. You were like, for example, if you need to speak in present tense, you were saying it in past tense. So there was some difference of tenses, grammatical mistake, but that's totally okay. Other than that, you were totally fabulous, and I loved it, Premjit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I accept your feedback. Yes, sir. I faced some grammatical mistake, and I will absolutely like to work on it, and I will definitely work on it. Thank you, sir.
Definitely, Premjit, we will be looking forward for you to onboard on our company, and we are really happy to interview you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.